What's up, girls? How you doing? Another big card, and today is going to be what is the last hurdle. There's something blocking in many people reading. You feel like there's kind of like a last push before the baby come out, something like this, right? Nice. If you're having your breakfast, enjoy. Bon appetit. Okay, so seriously, let's have two powers. We know the deal, and then we see what come out if we need to develop or not. One, two, one, two. Okay, so part number one, what is the last hurdle? The Empress, King of Cups, the Devil. Ooh, that's very straight to the point here. So they definitely see you as the Empress, and doesn't have to be like male, female, doesn't matter, no gender. The Empress is someone very together, very grounded, very earthy, loving and nurturing, but very strong. There's full queen there in one Empress. So it's quite the real deal, really. On the other hand, they are on the fence indeed. So they're not coming towards you just yet. They're on the fence because they have a lot of love to give. However, there is something blocking them. They may be afraid of committing. They may be afraid of opening up because they don't want to get hurt. So what is the reason why? Boom, bada boom. Well, this is definitely an idea of toxic attachment. Maybe they're still within a commitment that is a codependency. It's not love there, it's codependency. So maybe they're codependent to someone else. It can be codependency as well to work, overworking, to maybe their own family, relatives, a thing like this. But also a different activity or substances as well. So there is a blockage here that is very deep, that's been around for quite a few years, and it's going to take a little while in order to remove the root of it, because this require a little bit of work. It's not something you do in half a second. A codependency also can leave a little bit of residue in someone's mind or heart or soul. So it does require a little bit of work, and that work has to be done in depth. But let's have more information. I want to know more. You are the Queen of Cups as well. So maybe you're in a position quite similar yourself. Maybe you were in a codependency before, and you may be slightly more advanced. I don't like to use that word, but in the sense that in the process, you already done a couple of things, but you still have, some residue and some reserve when it comes to cover your heart. You don't want to open your heart just like that. That's it, I'm available. No, you are, careful, very careful. You do feel, don't get me wrong, you have also a lot of love to give, and you are a match as a King and Queen of Cups, let's not forget. So there is a lot of love between you two, and it's a very pure kind of love. However, there is some kind of cover, okay? So there's a lot of thinking going on, overthinking possibly, and as well, over-analyzing. So maybe sleepless night, anxiety, nerves, all that kind of things at the moment. But there is as well a nostalgia of pure love. So there is a lot of love here. Number 6 is number of love as well. So that would be the force that will really drive you, because you still believe in pure love. You can see that love in between each other. So that's going to be the driving force behind the work you need to do. And also the letting go, because there is a choice to make between two. I'm either staying where I am or I'm going for it. Or as well being a little bit of a standby for you, kind of like, I've done my homework, still some homework to do though, and so I'm waiting for the ship to come back to the harbor. But there is I think still some work to do on your side as well. They're not sure you're going to say yes neither. They're doubting themselves, because if they were in a codependency relationship, they oversee the one with low self-esteem. So they don't think they deserve love. They don't think that you're going to say yes. Why would they think they're good? Because they've been manipulated for years and years and years, thinking they were not good at all. They were, nothing. So they become the King of Pentacles, which is someone very together, very grounded. They know what they want. They want one lady, one person, one queen. Male, female, doesn't matter. And it's an idea of treating people with a lot of respect. They also want to feel a little bit more secure when it comes to their finance, where they stand, be more in their career maybe as well. But they're changing they're changing the perspective quite drastically. I was doing so well. never mind. Radically, when I put it that way, it's gonna work. So yeah, they really suddenly boom. It took a while. God, I'm so hot. It took a while for them to get there, but boy, do they get there. So Emma, boom, I just want to do one more. Yeah, you know that you are each other, you know, superstar. You tick all the boxes for each other. You can see the path, you can see the journey, you can see the light at the end of the tunnel. You know you found the right one. It's just a matter of changing that mindset that have been really manipulated for years by very much narcissist people. It's a bit sad, but you're getting there, and that's the beauty of it. Because that's the last hurdle, really, and that's doable. But I think you do have as well something to fine tune as well for yourself. Pile number 2, what the last hurdle? Ace of Pentacles, 10 of Wands, Page of Sword. What? Right. So it's really, you know, around the corner. Ace of Pentacles is definitely a restart. This time the timing is right, because in the past there was something not quite right. There was something not quite working for you guys. But now you have a second chance, and the universe as well is giving you that second chance as a gift. So that is beautiful. So the last hurdle is that weight they need to let go of. They need to drop that heavy weight on the side of the road. It is that maybe they were caring for a lot of people, caring maybe for the opinion of too many people and not listening to their own self. Maybe having a lot of responsibility at work or in general, taking care of everything all the time. And now they're just thinking, hold on a minute, I need to think of me. What do I want? What is important for me? And so they're going to drop a lot of responsibilities that don't belong to them. And I think as well, maybe people were taking them for granted, and that is not going to work. Okay, so of course they have to be careful on the way they express themselves. Maybe sometimes because they're a bit defensive, they can be cutting with their words without even realizing, and it's nothing, you know, twisted or nasty. It's just like they protect themselves, and they can be cutting, but at the same time they're checking you out online, for sure, checking you out in general, right? So you see through them, and that maybe scare them a little bit, because you're not gonna get fooled or whatsoever, because you can see through the whole shebang, right? So you're someone who has, you know, your antennas. A high priestess is someone who's very, very highly intuitive, but you sit on it. You don't need to say much, but you're watching. But what they're able to offer you is actually equal give and take, and maybe they're trying to get the balance right. Maybe they're trying to find some space, you know, not working so hard, and find some space for their private life. Maybe they have that realization that it's time to balance it all, and also maybe just to open up a little bit more. Maybe they don't know how to express their feelings, they're not quite sure how to express altogether, but they also have a lot to express. So they have to have that awareness and then just do it, because they like to receive. Why don't they give as well? Or maybe vice versa. They like to give, but they don't know how to receive. That could be also quite interesting. There was probably a third party at the time, and you know, or maybe your connection at the time in the past was really difficult, challenging. Maybe some words have been said that were really harsh indeed, but you know, if you don't care, that wouldn't hurt you, would you? But at the same time, those words maybe are difficult to forget. But you're manifesting each other again. Is a second chance here, and it's not for nothing. There was maybe a part of each other kept as an illusion in the past, but now you're manifesting each other again, because you know there is something really special here. There's definitely a chemistry, and also a little bit of inner debate. You know, why should I do that? How do I do that? Blah, blah, blah. Discussing a lot. And that is not something you want to do too much, because otherwise you stay stuck, because you're overthinking. Boom, boom. Why do I need the card? Procrastinating. Yeah, because you're too much in your head. Follow your heart. Simple. Boom. That's what I'm talking about. There's a lot of passion here. A lot of you know, impulsive energy, and there's a lot of fire, and why not? There's nothing wrong with fire. And a lot of emotion as well. So you have the full shebang here. The last hurdle is very much, how can I say, it's just something like you have to maybe drop the doubt, the self-doubt. It can be dropping the fears, dropping the past, dropping, okay, the word that we may have said to each other 10 years ago, moving on. moving on, open a new door, because what you have here is a potential of pure happiness. So it's your decision, guys. I'm not here to tell you what to do, but there is a potential here. So listen to your heart. That's the most important thing. That's the only time you won't have any regret in your life, is when you follow the heart. On this very deep note, have a beautiful day and I'll see you tomorrow. Mwah. Ciao.